isn't the old Icepack team.
NC State, they just pump out relentless attack after relentless attack.
This is a team that you don't want to sleep on.
There's never any easy moments on the ice against NC State.
NC State with the goal.
With speed, Matt Miller off of Hunt, he saves the game. Let's go!
Welcome to Icepack pregame here on PackTV. We're happy to welcome you in once again. Tonight, the Icepack will be taking on visitors from Louisville, Kentucky, the Louisville Cardinals. Max Gorin and Joey Bianconi with you as always here on PackTV. And Joey, NC State fell at home last week in the first game of that wagon wheel series against Liberty, went back to Lynchburg on Saturday and came away with a 5-2 victory.
Yeah, they came away with a 5-2 victory. Coach Healy said it was one of their strongest performances of the year. Unfortunately, they did not come away with the wagon wheel trophy. As we mentioned last broadcast, they were going to do a little shootout unofficially at the end to decide that trophy, and they went into 7 rounds of the shootout, but eventually lost that shootout. But overall, really good game for the Icepack, and they look to keep it up as they take on the Louisville Cardinals tonight.
Yeah, despite losing the shootout for the wagon wheel, actually, NC State won the series in aggregate, winning by 3 goals on Saturday, 5-2, lost 4-3 on Friday, so that will help them out in the ACHA rankings going forward. Tonight, first game of a back-to-back against the Louisville Cardinals. Came here on an 8-hour bus ride, something the Louisville coach was speaking to me before the game, Brian Graham, hoping they don't have some of those road legs kind of slowing them down here after that long voyage. So we'll see if that plays a factor tonight, see if they can keep their foot on the gas for the full 60 minutes.
Yeah, and we saw some of that when the Icepack took on Lexington, the University of Kentucky from Lexington, which is only about 45-minute drive down the road. So they had about the same amount of time coming here, and they got off to a slow start in that beginning of that series. Same thing, 2-game series, University of Kentucky, and this one too. And yeah, we're looking for a slow start here for this team, and we'll see where it goes from there.
NC State hoping to get out to a quick start here at home. We were actually speaking with Coach Healy before the game. He mentioned, NC State, they've got a great record, only 1 loss against Division II competition, of course, coming last week against Liberty, but they haven't played all that great at home. They've had to rely on a couple of late comebacks to get those victories. He mentioned they played great on the road against teams like Delaware and Cincinnati and last week in Liberty, but, the second UNC matchup here at Wake Competition Center required a late comeback. The Penn State game, they were down 2-0 going into the third period before, again, making a late comeback. So the big point of emphasis for Coach Healy's team tonight is going to be starting on time and hopefully getting out to a nice lead early.
Yeah, that's a big key for them coming into this game because, like you mentioned, the Penn State game specifically, they were down 2-0 going into that third period. They came back and won 3-2, which is incredible for the team. But, those first 2 periods weren't looking too good. Same thing with the game last time here against Liberty. They weren't really looking through all 3 periods. They were handing them their first D2 loss of the year. All 3 periods, they really looked kind of weak. And, Coach Healy mentioning that they play really well on the road. They went and beat Liberty in Liberty 5-2 by 3 goals. He said it was their best game of the year. So they're definitely going to need to jumpstart their offense today as we get on into this matchup.
NC State and Louisville coming up in just a bit here. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, more pre-game coverage. You're watching Icepack Hockey on PackTV.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop. From the top of D.H. Hill Library, Don Diablo.
Oh yeah, this is actually in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour, and guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State. Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop. From the top of D.H. Hill Library, Don Diablo.
Oh yeah, this is actually in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour, and guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
And welcome back to PackTV. Joey Bianconi here, and I'm going to bring you the starting lineups today. First off, Chris Solomon on the left wing. Here's my co-host, Max, here joining me. Max, Solomon's on the left wing today. We got Matt Miller starting at center, and Bailey Phillip, the freshman, starting on the right wing.
Yeah, Philip Bailey, just his third game with the Icepack. Coach Healy and the staff pretty impressed with him and having to make a little bit of a lineup change with the unfortunate injury to Colby Peterson, ACL injury. They're hoping to get him back by the time Nationals roll around. On the blue line, starting for the Icepack, we've also got Jackson Cowan and Alex Robinson. As some viewers and fans may recall, Alex Robinson was playing forward for the Icepack, but as a former defenseman, decided to slide him back. They've got plenty of depth at the forward position, so they made that move, and it has worked out pretty well, I would say, for them so far. And between the pipes, they've got their rock, Eric Daniel. He's played incredibly well this season. 9-1 record, 2.03 goals against, and an astounding .926 save percentage. You can't ask for much more out of a goaltender, so they're hoping to get some more solid goaltending from him tonight.
Yeah, we're looking for that, but I have another player to look for too, Zach Robinson. He's been on kind of a hot streak lately. Last game at Liberty, we didn't have it broadcasted here, but he had some very good scoring opportunities. He actually had a goal in that game, so look for him to be off to a hot start tonight as well.
Yes, the Robinson brothers, some key contributors to this team. Alex been on the team for a couple years now, and now Zach, the freshman, has come in, already made an impact, shedded those yellow laces pretty early in his NC State hockey career. And we'll be looking for Philip Bailey to see if he is able to do so tonight, playing on that top line with Solomon and Miller. NC State Icepack hockey coming up in just a few minutes here from Morrisville. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, some final thoughts, getting you ready for puck drop. You're watching Icepack hockey on PackTV.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop. From the top of D.H. Hill Library.
Don Diablo. Oh yeah, this is actually in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour, and guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
Welcome back to pregame coverage of Icepack hockey here on PackTV, where we are just a few minutes away from puck drop between the Icepack and the Louisville Cardinals. We'll get you prepped a little bit more from the Louisville side of things tonight. Cardinals coming into tonight's game with a 13-7 record. I believe they play in the Tri-State Collegiate Hockey League, where they have won a couple of titles in recent seasons. Some players to watch for Louisville in between the pipes. Got Cameron Walsh, who's going to be the goaltender tonight, although Coach Graham did say they were going to play two of their goalies, so tomorrow night it looks like it's going to be Kevin Hale for them. But Walsh starting tonight, 6-5 record with an .891 save percentage. And we could even see in warm-ups his pads. They used to be white, but they look like they've gotten a good amount of use. So they'll be looking to see if he can stop a few more pucks tonight.
Yeah, we were watching him pregame, and we were looking at him out the window, and his pads look like they're tan, and the jersey's white. It's kind of insane. So he's definitely had a lot of work on those pads, and he looks to be putting in some more work on them as we get on into the game.
In terms of skaters for the Cardinals, the main man to watch is Cam Costa, their leading scorer, 23 points on the season so far. Their top line, very good producers, a couple guys that are just over a point per game in Costa and Dalton Carl, who is right behind him with 22 points. But Coach Brian Graham, before the game, he was telling me that they might have a strong top line, but he believes in their depth. He says they have 5 forward lines that they could roll out at any given time during the game. So that could be a determining factor in if they're able to overcome those road legs and that fatigue from that long trip down here to Morrisville.
Yeah, and he also mentioned that they're a very young team. So in order for him to have that sort of confidence in his team, especially after an 8-hour bus drive, that just shows that this is a really good team that the Icepack should not be sleeping on, especially how we talked about how they get off to slow starts at home. It should really lock down here as we almost are in the first period now, as we have the PA announcer coming over, and yeah, we're almost there.
Teams taking to the ice here at the Wake Competition Center. We're just a couple minutes away from puck drop at the Wake Competition Center here in Morrisville. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, puck drop here in Morrisville. You're watching Icepack Hockey on PackTV.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library, Don Diablo.
Oh yeah, this is actually like in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour. And guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Welcome back to Morrisville, North Carolina, where the skaters have taken to the ice, and we've started starting lineups here. We'll get you prepped with a few more stats here coming into tonight's matchup. Icepack ranked number 2 in the ACHA Southeast Division. Louisville ranked at number 10. NC State with a 16-2 overall record, 15-1 against Division II competition. Of course, that one loss coming against the Liberty last week here at the WCC. Louisville once again coming in with a 13-7 record, looking to compete in the Tri-State Collegiate Hockey League once again. Coach Graham said they've got a young and deep team, Joey. They're looking to build something and, as he said it, become a team that is a force to be reckoned with moving forward.
Yeah, you know, he said he had almost 5 lines he could work with, right? And you really don't need 5 lines. You need 4 lines. But having 5 lines, having that luxury of having so much depth and so much youth on this team that you can, like, build this program up for a number of years to come. And, like, these guys are already doing pretty good, and they're only going to get better as time goes along. So look for this program within the next few years to be elevated, just like the Icepack have done for themselves.
Your goaltender matchup, once again, Eric Daniel for the Icepack, the transfer from NCAA Division III Kings College, 9-1 record with a 2.03 goals against average and a .926 save percentage. Opposing him is going to be Cameron Walsh, 6-5 with an 891 save percentage on the campaign. But, you know, those stats, they may not necessarily jump off the sheet at you, but Coach Graham said he's kept them in a lot of games with his goaltending play, and he's looking to lean on him again tonight.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of those 6 wins had very much to do with Cameron Walsh, and we look forward to seeing his goaltending skills once we're done with the national anthem here.
Of course, that hallowed national anthem recording they have here at the Wake Competition Center. Always music to our ears here in the booth, and just wrapped up now, so it looks like we are gonna get started at the Wake Competition Center. Your starters for the Icepack once more: Solomon, Matt Miller, and Philip Bailey. Bailey in just his 3rd game with the Icepack, looking to shed the yellow laces by scoring tonight, and I bet being paired up with that first line should help with that. On the blue line, it's Jackson Cowan and Alex Robinson. And of course, once again, between the pipes, Eric Daniel. For the Cardinals, looks like it is going to be Parker Joyce, James Matson, and Jacob Cisalise starting up front, with Kevin Malea and Patrick Williams on defense. So the official drops the puck, and we are underway here. Cardinals and Icepack quickly dumped into the Louisville zone, where Miller will give chase. He tries to throw it out in front. Rebound backhanded by Philip Bailey, went through the crease. Icepack keep it in. Chris Solomon stopping and starting at the circle, tries to find a teammate in the middle. It is taken away by Matson. Here comes Matson trying to feed a wrister between the legs of the defenseman unsuccessfully. Loose in the corner. Icepack will look to break it out, and they do. Streaking through the middle, Solomon had received the pass from Miller. Solomon's got it at the top of the slot now. Trying to make a play, kind of gets obstructed by the official there in the corner. Obviously, nothing purposeful. So they'll go for a line change, and Robinson will bring it in for the Icepack. Alex Robinson's low wrister pad save by Walsh. Zarek knocked off the puck, and Louisville's clearance will make it all the way down into the Icepack end. Going to retrieve it is Costa, the Cardinals' leading scorer. They jostle for it in the corner. Louisville comes away with it. Wrister goes high. Sent all the way back around, and NC State will clear. G picks it up. Tried to make a move through the middle, but was taken down by Johnson. They reclaim it, though. Johnson at the top of the slot. His wrister is blocked by Ricky Frosch. Zarek poking at it. Can't get around Carl Drew. Puck fired in from the left point will be easily covered by Eric Daniel.
Well, I think the Icepack have had a pretty good start here, other than about that last 25 seconds spent in their defensive zone. But other than that, it looked pretty good. A shot on goal by Alex Robinson. And that's the kind of start Coach Healy was telling us pregame that he wanted. A fast start. He wanted to get some shots on goal. And just 2 minutes in, Alex Robinson had a pretty good chance to score already.
Quick shot off the face-off. It's a blocker save by Daniel. Another try goes just wide of the net. Carl Burkhart, the Cardinals' second leading scorer, out there now. Puck is played away from him. Icepack will take it through the neutral zone. Zach Robinson, playing well lately, takes it on the backhand, fires it on net, and a quick save for Cameron Walsh.
Well, what an angle that would have been. I'm surprised he even got enough power on that to elevate that shot. He was almost 90 degrees from the net there.
We'll take another look at it here. Just carrying it in, protecting the puck on the backhand.
A little bit higher, could have picked that top left corner. Todd on the draw, loses out to the Cardinals, but the Icepack keep it in. Behind the net, Malaya will be intercepted by Todd. Shot by Monteith, can't get through. Todd gives it back out in front for Monteith. It's loose in the crease, and they score! Eric Todd cleans up the loose change at the side of the crease, and the Icepack get the fast start they were looking for. They lead 1-0.
Yeah, that's really what they needed to start off this game. Eric Todd just in the right place at the right time in front of the net there. Just Cameron Walsh couldn't make the cover on the loose puck, and Eric Todd will get an easy slipping goal. As we take a look, just bodies in front of the net everywhere, just not able to secure that loose puck, and it goes squirts out right to Todd, and he'll get the easy goal to start off the Icepack scoring here.
So 1-0, just about 3 minutes into this one. Icepack keeping it at the right point. Hugo's shot looking for a tip through the slot, but swallowed up by Cameron Walsh.
Yeah, it looked like Emery Oliver was there for the tip, just missed the puck barely, and Cameron Walsh will get the save. But there was quite a bit of net open there, and if Emery Oliver got a little bit of that puck, that could have been another quick goal there for the Icepack.
And that's Eric Todd's first goal of the season. He's had limited action this year due to an injury, but good to see the co-captain back out there and getting on the score sheet. Alex James picks it up at the top of the left circle, sidesteps the defender, gives it into Bressingham. Now it's Emery Oliver. He tries to find Fong, can't connect. Hugo keeps it in, but a good stick by Cisalis clears the zone. James feeding it through 3 Louisville defenders. Gives to Oliver. He brings it in deep. Look for a pass behind him and didn't have one. Louisville will send it the length of the ice, but will not be icing. Didn't quite have the pace. James gives across to Hugo. Hugo will send it all the way in. Played along by Carl Drew. Here comes Costa for Louisville. Didn't have quite enough speed to escape the Icepack co-captain Chris Solomon. Louisville will reclaim the puck. Stepping into one and firing a wrister, Dalton Carl saved by the pad of Eric Daniel. Interception through the middle by Philip Bailey. Almost had a break, but kept in by a good Cardinal stick. They chip away at it. Shot goes wide by Louisville. They'll keep the zone. In the right corner, fed back to Zaretsky. His shot knocked down by Bailey. Another centering pass denied by Philip Bailey. Playing well and is just his 3rd game for NC State. Sent all the way around where it will be picked up by Hugo. Icepack still unable to clear. Don Johnson behind his own net. Outlet pass for Miller. His flip can't find a receiver. Here comes Louisville. G giving to Holmes. The land in the zone offside, so they'll have to tag up. Arini on the right side. Took a body. Icepack pick it back up. Frosch will wait for his team to tag up and dump it in. It's intercepted and cleared immediately. Icepack looking fairly dominant to start this one, not allowing too many high-quality opportunities in their end. There's the feed up for Parker G. G tries to dangle around Ferrone. Good defense there by Miles Ferrone, senior defenseman. In the middle is Thiago Ramirez. He battles with Riley Johnson. Battle is won by Louisville. Looks like there is a delayed penalty against the Cardinals. It's going to be a holding call against, we'll see as they skate over to the box here. Thiago Ramirez.
Well, I was just going to give Louisville credit there. They were playing pretty well in the neutral zone, laying on some big hits on the Icepack, not letting them advance the puck any, putting a lot of pressure over there on Eric Daniel, but unfortunately shot themselves in the foot there with the penalty. And now this Icepack power play unit will go out, and we know their effectiveness watching them most of the season.
Yeah, the ACHA stat database actually had NC State's power play converting at an 83.3% clip. I'm not entirely sure that's accurate, but they certainly are effective.
I would say that is a little generous, but it gets the point across. They're a very effective power play unit. I think it actually had them converting on something like 30 out of 36 power plays, which I don't know if they've been watching the same game we have, but they definitely haven't converted on that much.
Wrister by Johnson high. Maybe hits the post. Throwing out in front was Arini. Nobody home. There was a scramble, but Walsh and Louisville are able to avoid giving one up there.
Well, Walsh did a pretty good job on that save there. I think he got his stick hand up in the way of the puck to deflect it away and save the goal.
James gives it in deep, looking for Arini. Cardinals try to clear, kept in at the blue line by Hugo. Solomon for top of the right circle, feeds across for James. James throws it out in front, trickles through. Cross ice pass to James. He has another wrister pad save by Walsh. Hugo again keeps it in at the blue line. He fires a slap pass for James. Couldn't get good contact on it. And now we've got a whistle here. Maybe the net was dislodged. We had some issues with that net in the game last week. I don't think it's held in by any pegs or anything like that. It's just kind of sitting on the goal line.
Yeah, it's really weird because it's only that net on that side that Cameron Walsh is sitting in right now. Eric Daniels' net hasn't really had any problems all season. It's just been this one. But I'd like to point out Alex James had a really good opportunity to score there. Just the puck just a little soft off his stick and not able to deflect it in the net, but he had a wide open net to convert on that power play there.
Philip Bailey included on this power play unit. Some more trust placed on the freshman forward in his third game with the Icepack. At the point, it's Alex Robinson. He gives back to Bailey. Bailey fires a wrister save by Walsh. There's a tangle out in the slot. Eventually, Icepack come away with the puck. Robinson's feed for Alex James unsuccessful. Louisville will just ever so slightly clear their line. Sent all the way around for Alex James. Defenseman playing pretty deep on this power play. Here's Bailey top of the slot. His wrister blocked by Colton Ryan. Great defensive play by the Cardinal forward, and they will send it all the way down, but the power play has expired, so that will be icing.
Yeah, pretty good power play shift there for the Icepack. I know our last broadcast, that first game against Liberty, they went 1 for 10 on the power play, which is just unlike them, and one of the main reasons they lost that game, but that was a really good power play shift we saw there. We had a couple shots on goal. Alex James had a prime opportunity to score there, just unfortunately the puck just going a little soft off the stick, like I said, but overall, I believe Coach Healy's going to be happy with that power play as we'll get an offensive zone draw here.
There were some good high danger chances created there, just couldn't capitalize, but things certainly looking up for the Icepack power play. Frosch in his own end will look to get something started. Tries to chip it ahead for Bailey, but Bailey can't contain it. Go all the way back behind the NC State net. Icepack again denied in the neutral zone. Good forechecking by the Cardinal forwards. Again, almost creating a turnover there behind the NC State net. Chasing after, it's Matson. Can't win the foot race with the Icepack. It's sent all the way in towards Sam Zaritsky. Zaritsky gives off to Parker G. G fires it in from about the red line into the glove of Eric Daniel, and he'll just hold on to it.
Eric Daniel making a leaping save there. I don't believe that was on goal, but showing off his jumping skills here, that was quite impressive.
Joyce facing off with Emery Oliver. Gets blown dead before the puck dropped by one of the officials. Not sure what that was all about, but nothing too major. They just drop it now. Bressingham tries to play it to himself off the boards. Cesalis is back on it. Matson playing it around Alex Fong. There's Parker Joyce, he fires a shot. Blocker save by Daniel. Icepack played up to Bressingham. Here's Fong coming down the right side. Good stick by Matson to deny him at the blue line. He'll need to tag up. Long outlet pass does not find the intended recipient. The Icepack dump it in. Matson again with the puck. Flipped in and chipped ahead by Cesalis, and the Cardinals will go for a change. Long pass for Bressingham. He tries to step around Kevin Malaya, but is met with a body and loses the puck.
Looked like the Icepack were trying to catch Louisville there, and a line changes. Alex Robinson will put a shot on net there. Just looks like off the post.
Zach Robinson in the right place at the right time. They turned it over right in the slot, but rings iron on that one. Good poke check by Eric Todd, the lone goal scorer so far tonight. He gets it in deep. Robinson will give chase against Malaya. Puck just cleared out. So the Icepack will circle back and regroup. Very aggressive forechecking by Louisville. Impressive intensity here again after that long trip they took to get here. A little stumble there behind the net, but recovering well was Alex James. Icepack still can't clear. Puck now top of the slot. Rister fired in on Daniel. He'll make the save. Dalton Carl looking to tie up Costa for the points lead.
You mentioned that forecheck there by Louisville. This is probably one of the more intense forechecks that we've seen so far against this Icepack team this year, and doing a good job at taking care of it in a defensive zone, only allowing 5 shots on net, and Eric Daniel making another good save.
Tie up on the face-off here. Won by Louisville, pushed ahead behind the net. They throw it out in front, looking for a one-timer, goes just wide. It's back at the right point. Sellinger will fire a wrister well wide of the net. Tiago Ramirez will flip it back in, looking for Ty Morgan. Icepack intercept. Playing it off the boards, it's Johnson. Riley Johnson, deep on the right side, tries to throw it out in front. It's met by Ryan. Johnson still with the puck now behind the net. He stops and turns, looking for an opening. Gives off to Zarek, whose high wrister is saved by Cam Walsh. Here come the Cardinals the other way. Pass just gets past Jake Schraders. Ty Morgan trying to keep it in. Icepack take it away. Goes all the way into the Cardinal zone where Walsh will leave it for Sellinger. Backhand flip. Picked off by the Icepack, and they'll send it back in. Some confusion in the Louisville end. Weren't sure who was going after the puck, so Icepack looking to take advantage. Solomon's got it on the right side now. Sending it around all the way. It'll get back to Ricky Frosch. Here's Philip Bailey outside the left circle. Gives to Miller. Miller with a dangle. Solomon now in the left circle. Sticked away by Parker G. So Ferrone back in the Icepack end will look to break it out. Again, met in the neutral zone by the Cardinals, and they'll send it back in. Excellent forechecking and neutral zone play so far by Louisville tonight. Just haven't been able to generate too many chances on the offensive end. Louisville with the puck, trying to feed it into the slot for Matson. Here's Philip Bailey, flipping it ahead on the backhand. He'll go for a change. Louisville looking to even this game up at 1 apiece. Drew sends it in. Ferrone plays it along to Robinson, takes a strange bounce, but Icepack pick it up. Here's Oliver with a lot of speed on the left side. Emery Oliver maybe healed that shot and couldn't get a good look at it, but Icepack keep it in. Bressingham, he's pinned to the boards by Carl Drew. Puck caught up in some skates. They chop at it. Eventually comes out where Matson will play it for Louisville. Looking for Cesalis. Alex Robinson on the left side. Sidestep Zaritsky. Robinson in behind the Cardinal net. Leaves it for Fong. Fong with a no-look backhand pass to Bressingham. Bressingham back to the point for Robinson. Alex Robinson, oh, he whiffed on the shot, and Matson's in on the breakaway. James Matson one-on-one with Daniel. He fires the low shot, looking for the 5-hole, and he's denied by Eric Daniel. Great save by the veteran goaltender.
Yeah, what a wonderful save that was. Just a crucial mistake there for Alex Robinson, just whiffing on the puck, and one-on-one breakaway here against Eric Daniel, and Eric Daniel just outplays it, closes the 5-hole in time. Reads his eyes. That would be number 26, James Matson, with the shot. And Eric Daniel holding up well so far, has 6 shots on him, 6 saves.
Quick reflexes to close the 5-hole with the pads there. Don Johnson plays it up from the defensive position, but turns it over in the offensive zone. Here's Carl. Carl met by Icepack co-captain Eric Todd, and he is just able to clear. Hot shot from the neutral zone bounces off the pads of Eric Daniel. Indirect pass looking for Monteith, can't connect. Brett Piatti sends it in from the red line, and Daniel will just cover that one to avoid any danger. Just under 5 minutes to go here in the first period at Wake Competition Center. Icepack leading 1-0 off the Eric Todd goal.
Yeah, there's that replay of the Alex Robinson whiff there again. And, James Matson had a pretty good chance of scoring there. Just Eric Daniel read where he wanted to go and just closed the hole on him.
Louisville threatening here in the offensive zone now. Had a quick shot off the face-off there. Rister, seeing eye shot, finds his way to the goaltender, but swallowed up without much issue. Sellinger trying to take advantage of the bevy of bodies in the middle, trying to get a screen, but Daniel able to save that one.
Yeah, Louisville's putting on some pretty good pressure here in the second half of this period. Not really letting the Icepack get too many opportunities. Again, like we mentioned, playing very well in the neutral zone and very well on the forecheck, keeping the Icepack mostly on defense.
Ooh, another screenshot by Sellinger. A quick toe save by Daniel. That one was looking like it was going to hit Twine.
You had Dylan Dinzig in the front of the net there creating the screen. That was a pretty dangerous shot there for the Icepack.
Puck chopped at by Daniel. Some confusion here right in front of the scorer's table for the Louisville bench, but they sort it out. Louisville will take it back in their own end, get a change, and look to get something started. Pass does not find a friendly stick, ends up being cleared back in. Riley Johnson now at the red line, waits for his teammates to tag up, tries to dangle through a couple bodies, including his teammate Parker Zarek. Puck simply chipped in by the Icepack. Frosch trying to keep it in at the left point, does so, but not for long. Oh, goes off the skate of Costa. Zarek's in alone. Zarek fires a shot. Blocker save by Walsh. A couple unencumbered chances for both teams in the last couple minutes, but goaltenders winning both of those battles. Puck bounces off of Arini and back into the Louisville end. Zaritsky does a little spinorama before sending it down the length of the ice, and looks like that one will go for icing.
Parker Zarek there had a pretty good opportunity to score, just not able to elevate the puck over the pad of Cameron Walsh, as we see there. Just needed a little more height on that one in order to have a chance. Pretty good save, though, by Cameron Walsh.
Bit of a miscue, just like unfortunate bounce for Louisville, but a good save by their starting goaltender. Ricky Frosch now gives in to Johnson. Johnson, quick pass to Arini. He receives it back behind the net. Johnson, the dangle, gives to Zarek. Zarek tries to pass to a teammate. Good stick there by Schrader. Louisville takes it away. Zaritsky sidestepping a couple red jerseys. Gives to Colton Ryan. Ryan with a low wrister wide to the left. Along the sideboards in their own end, Icepack trying to dig it out. Goes back to the goaltender, where he'll hand it off for Ricky Frosch. Frosch takes to the red line and dumps it in. Goes all the way around for Matt Miller. Miller tries to avoid the hit from Kevin Malaya. They're battling for it along the boards now. Bailey mixed up in there. Miller eventually comes away for the ice pack. Robinson's wrister blocked on the way through. Matt Miller doubles back. Tries to feed across, looking for Jackson Cowan or Chris Solomon. They're chopping away at it. Cowan's got it at the left point now. He gives down to Philip Bailey along the goal line. Bailey does a spin, gives it back. Cowan for Robinson. Alex Robinson cross ice, had Miller and Bailey lurking, but neither could settle it down.
And Miller tried to use the skate there in order to tip that one in. That would have been quite a goal.
Cross ice pass, wrister by Robinson, saved by Cameron Walsh. Goaltender looking sharp, showing why he's got all those wear marks on his pads. Played in the middle for Solomon. He tries to dangle around Malaya. Good stick there. Still the ice pack keep it in, putting the pressure on. Solomon lost control. Bailey lays a hit in the corner. Finally cleared out by the Cardinals. We'll see if they try to get some fresh bodies on the ice. They're able to get one or two on here. This puck goes all the way back into the NC State end. Under a minute to go in the first period. Good touch pass by Solomon for Alex Fong. Fong still battling for it behind the net. Gives off to Emery Oliver. Cowan back to Oliver. Looking in the middle for Alex Fong. Puck deflected in on Cameron Walsh, and he'll cover it.
You know, I was going to say, Louisville was kind of outplaying the Ice Pack there for a little bit, but the Ice Pack had a really, really good shift this last one. A lot of good opportunities there to score. So we'll take a look at the save here. It's in the corner.
Solomon bringing it out, had a streaking teammate there on the right side, and the wrister just saved by Walsh. He's looked quite sharp. It's about a bit of a trend for many of the visiting teams here at the Wake Competition Center. Need a good goaltender to keep you in the game. One-time shot, blocker save by Walsh. Puck skitters up and into the Louisville bench for a stoppage with 20 seconds to go. The brass bonanza rings through the Wake Competition Center. Looks like Oliver and Carl will face off. Won by Carl. Louisville trying to get this thing out before the end of the period. Slap shot from the right point, deflected up and into the mesh. Drew Breshingham having a little fun. His shot deflected up into the netting. Take a look at the hit by the freshman Philip Bailey from a few shifts ago. Have to think there's a good reason that the coaching staff has so much faith in him. Here's Zach Robinson trying to make a play to the middle in the dying seconds of the period, but it's cleared out, and that will do it for the first 20 minutes of this one. So NC State with a 1-0 lead after the first period on the goal by Eric Todd, 17:03 mark. They'll look to build off that one as this game continues, but we've seen a pretty decent fight here from Louisville so far, Joey.
Yeah, a pretty decent fight indeed. You know, good goaltending there from Cameron Walsh. Other than the one goal let up, he's looked pretty good. And same I could say about Eric Daniel, saving 10 out of 10 shots coming his way.
NC State leading Louisville 1-0 here in the first intermission. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, intermission coverage of the Ice Pack here on PackTV.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of DH Hill Library, Don Diablo.
Oh yeah, this is actually in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour. And guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
Welcome to intermission coverage of the NC State Icepack here on PackTV. NC State with a 1-0 lead after 20 minutes against the visiting Louisville Cardinals here at the Wake Competition Center. And Joey, it was Eric Todd getting things started in this one just about 3 minutes into the game with his first goal of the season.
Yeah, you know, as an Icepack fan, you really love to see that one. Eric Todd's first goal of the season. You know, that's got to be a big confidence booster here in this game and for the rest of the season for him. And I'd also like to point out another highlight player that period, Philip Bailey. Philip Bailey has played exceptionally well, getting the start today on the right wing and, you know, laying a couple big hits that we saw in that period, getting a shot or two on goal as well.
He's a big body, you know, he is making his presence known physically, you know, as we saw, laying a couple of big hits there and being involved in some impact plays there starting on the first line. But, you know, NC State with that 1-0 lead, and we'll speak with Captain Eric Todd in just a few minutes. But, you know, definitely a good start. They were looking to start on time. That was the main thing Tim Healy was stressing in the locker room before the game. And they did that. But in the rest of the period, they were met with a little bit of opposition from Louisville. You know, they maybe woke up a little bit from those road legs. You know, they were forechecking aggressively, and they were really good at denying the Icepack in the neutral zone.
Yeah, we saw that really aggressive forecheck throughout most of the second half of that period, but overall, pretty good period of hockey played by both teams. Icepack lead it on the scoreboard, but I would argue that they both played exceptionally well.
We're going to take a short break here on PackTV. When we come back, we're going to speak with Icepack co-captain Eric Todd. Don't go away. Told you not to go away. It was a short one. We're back here on PackTV. 1-0 lead for the Icepack after 20 minutes. Again, joined by co-captain Eric Todd. Eric, you're out there. You scored your first goal of the season. You know, Coach Healy really stressing getting started early. What was it that was crucial in helping you guys accomplish that early in this one?
Yeah, I think we just wanted to make sure we came out hard. I know we've had a couple slow starts here in the past. We wanted to make sure we had the wheels going. They had a long bus ride. You know, we jumped on them early.
You know, you're a veteran presence in the locker room, a captain, obviously. You know, you designed a couple of the logos and the jerseys for the Icepack. I've been a leader for a while. And you finally scored your first goal of the season here. I know you've had some issues with injuries this season. How does it feel to get your first one on the board here?
I mean, it's a huge monkey off the back. Like, it's all you can really think about when it's been a while. You just want to score the first one, and then it gets easier. So I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, we saw a lot of aggression from the visitors there as the period went on. You know, so some really aggressive forechecking, some denial in the neutral zone. What are you guys going to do moving forward to try to beat that?
Yeah, Coach has been talking about making the simple plays. You know, we're making too many bad decisions, pucks up the middle. We just need to make the simple play, get it out, and get in their zone.
And how do you guys approach these 2-game sets where you know you're going to see this team again tomorrow?
I think it's really just more of the same. You just got to start early, and we haven't really had problems in third periods at all this year, so it's continuing that in the next game is pretty crucial.
All right. Thanks, Eric.
Yep, thank you.
That was co-captain Eric Todd here on PackTV. Icepack with a 1-0 lead over the Louisville Cardinals. We'll be back after a short break here on PackTV.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library, Don Diablo.
Oh yeah, this is actually in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? It's Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour. And guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
Welcome back to intermission coverage of the NC State Icepack here on PackTV. NC State with a 1-0 lead after 20 minutes here in Morrisville. Max Gorin and Joey Bianconi with you as always here on PackTV. Joey, we had a pretty entertaining first period there.
Yeah, I was just telling you right before we came back, I have a feeling this was probably one of the best periods of hockey we've seen in this building all year. And you might be saying, Icepack's only up 1-0. We've definitely seen them pull away. But I'm talking about both teams here. I thought both teams played really well. Other than little sloppy turnovers from both teams, they both played really good. We had a lot of exciting play in the neutral zone. We mentioned Louisville's forecheck was really good. And NC State looked pretty powerful on their offensive side at the beginning of the game when Eric Todd scored that goal. And they had a little bit of momentum at the end of that period as well.
Yeah, but the Louisville defense, and especially their goaltending and Cameron Walsh, has been incredibly sharp. He's got 11 saves here after the first period. Eric Daniel for NC State, incredibly solid as well. Was faced with a couple of tough screens, a couple of very solid shots by Louisville, but was able to stop all 10 of those in the first. And that was something I noticed, especially on the Louisville end, is that they were very good at utilizing screens out in front to try to get the eyes of the goaltender off the puck and try to get those opportunities. But luckily for NC State, their goaltender, Eric Daniel, very quick reflexes, was able to stop all those shots. Had that one-on-one against Matson and was able to make that save, closing the 5-hole quickly.
Yeah, that was one of the highlight saves of the period. Matson pretty much had almost a guaranteed goal, he was thinking, I'm sure, for himself. And Eric Daniel shut that one down well. He read his eyes. He knew where he wanted to go. He knew he wanted to go 5-hole, and he shut it pretty quickly on him and, kept it a 1-0 hockey game instead of a 1-1. And Eric Daniel, we've seen that from him all season. He's been very, very stout in that goaltending position. We don't really see him panic too much. He's not really a panicky goalie, and you saw that in this period. He kept his composure, he stayed in his box, and he made the hard saves that not a lot of goalies could make.
Yeah, both goaltenders looking pretty confident tonight, not too shook up. Cameron Walsh, especially after giving up the early goal, was looking incredibly sharp the rest of the period. But someone I really want to point out from Louisville's defenses is Sellinger. He was really excellent at using those screens, getting a couple shots. One that was looking like it was going to score before a very quick toe save by Daniel. again, but someone to watch certainly for the rest of the game.
Yeah, we saw him take a few shots from that right point with the screens included, and those could have been very dangerous for the Icepack. Those are very dangerous shots, but like we were talking about before, Eric Daniels just so composed in that net, able to make those saves, those hard saves to give his Icepack the lead here at the end of the first period.
1-0 is the score here in Morrisville. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, highlights from the first period of action. You're watching Icepack Hockey on PackTV.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library, Don Diablo.
Oh yeah, this is actually in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? It's Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour. And guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Welcome back inside the Wake Competition Center, where NC State is leading 1-0 after 20 minutes against Louisville. We're going to take a look at the highlights from the first period of action here. A good back-and-forth contest highlighted by some really exceptional goaltending.
Yeah, the goaltending's just been outstanding between Walsh and Daniel. One goal allowed by Walsh, but you keep saying it made some incredible saves here as in this first period, and we're looking into the future here. I foresee some more really good saves.
And can't really blame him for that goal. Coming off a rebound, a scramble out in front, not too much a goaltender can do when the defense isn't able to clear the puck, and the forwards on the other team can just keep hacking away at it and getting opportunity after opportunity. Eventually it'll wear down, and as a personal anecdote, we saw that last night in PNC Arena, where Frederick Anderson, the first goal he allowed in an unfortunate drubbing of the Carolina Hurricanes. But we'll get back to the Icepack action here. Again, there were some solid chances going both ways. Icepack for some time had some good offensive possession. Again, the miscue there from Alex Robinson, but Daniel was there to make the 5-hole save. And there was some chippiness, a little bit of physicality going on here. And we see another one of those shots by Sellinger, who was really good at utilizing those screens out in front of the net to try to take the goaltender's eyes away. We see another miscue there that led to a good NC State opportunity, but was saved by Walsh.
You mentioned that there was a lot of chippiness in this game, and I do agree with you, but we've seen a pretty clean period of hockey. There was only one penalty very early on in that period, which NC State did pretty good on that power play, but didn't score. So very good 20 minutes of hockey played there, almost nonstop, which is really what you like to see.
Some high-flying, open-ended action, to be certain. We take a look at the stats from the first period here. NC State with a slight advantage in terms of shots, but losing on the face-off dot. And again, those lone penalty going to Thiago Ramirez for the Louisville Cardinals. And now we'll take a look at the upcoming schedule for NC State here. We see we got the second part of this 2-game set against Louisville. And then next weekend, the Icepack will take on Virginia Tech here on Friday. Then UNC Wilmington the week after that. They've got a couple contests against ECU and West Virginia. So a lot to look forward to for Icepack fans as they try to continue this very successful campaign and move ahead into the ACCHL tournament. And then, for their sake, hopefully, nationals. 1-0 is the score. Puck drop coming your way for the second period up next here on PackTV.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library, Don Diablo.
Oh yeah, this is actually like in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour. And guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
Welcome back inside the Wake Competition Center, where action has just gotten underway in the second period. A quick icing there from Louisville. NC State nearly had a little opportunity off the face-off, but nothing would come of that. So just 17 seconds into this period, NC State will have an offensive zone draw to the glove side of Cameron Walsh. Louisville wins the draw again, immediately chipped up and into the netting for a stoppage by Chris Solomon.
Now, I expect the Icepack here to be a little more aggressive in this period. You really didn't see much of their forecheck in the first period, so look to see them be just a little more aggressive, trying to keep that puck on the other end, because they were stuck in their own end for most of that period last time around.
Another draw won by the Cardinals. They've been incredibly good on the face-off dot tonight, winning nearly every face-off, it seems like. Flip off the boards, glove down by Eric Todd and kept in, but just escapes. Louisville trying to play it ahead, denied by Matt Miller. Miller will give off to a teammate. James shouldered. Arini feeds it out in front, saved by Walsh. And there's going to be a delayed penalty against the Icepack here as the Louisville player was tripped up. Here comes Cam Costa, the Cardinals' leading scorer with 23 points on the season. Puck is finally touched up by Alex James. He takes a little shove there after the whistle. The Icepack will go on the penalty kill. We'll see who the offender is here in a moment. Looks like it's going to be Chris Solomon. Appears the call is a slash, based on the signal from PA announcer Wade Minter.
Yeah, that's just not the way you want to start out the period there. You're up 1-0, and this gives Louisville prime opportunity to come and tie this game on the power play. We've seen Eric Daniel make some pretty good saves already, but he's going to be down one man in front of him.
Louisville quickly losing control of the puck off the face-off draw on the power play here. So Louisville trying to even this one up at 1 apiece. Chipped ahead by Carl. Dalton Carl behind the net. Shakes off a hit from Frosch. Carl makes a move to the slot. Feeds it out in front. Backhander by Malaya goes just wide. Back to the point for Parker G. He hands it off for Cam Costa. Costa tries to go through the legs of Arini. In the corner to recover, it's Zach Burkhart. Burkhart giving it down low for Cam Costa. They play catch. Burkhart fires a wrister, blocked by Miles Ferrone. Tries to send it down. And his teammate Garrett Arini will step in and send it the rest of the way. So Icepack, period of the long change here, will hustle down to their bench to get some fresh legs on this penalty kill.
Nice defensive play there by Ferrone, just taking the shot to him, not letting it get to Daniel and having to make that tough save.
Dylan Dinzik gives over to G. G bothered by Emery Oliver. At the right point now, shot from Zaritsky is blocked on the way through. Colton Ryan trying to make a play. Gets back to Zaritsky. Here's G. G with a dangle, maintaining control of the puck on the backhand, and just can't quite shake that third defender, so Cowan will carry it ahead for the Icepack. Cowan will stop, look, and lightly feed it in. The penalty kill. 20 seconds to go on the penalty to Chris Solomon. Cross ice pass is taken away by Alex Robinson. He'll dump it in and salt a few more seconds off this penalty. One more rush for the Cardinals on the power play. And they will drift offside. I believe it was Dinzik.
The power play will expire there right as the offsides comes on. So Solomon came out of the box and goes directly to the bench, and it's 5-on-5 now in the neutral zone.
Icepack able to kill off their first penalty of the night. Colton Ryan facing off against Parker Zarek, just outside the NC State zone. That one's won by Zarek. A rare face-off win for NC State in this one. Arini chasing after it, loses his footing. Still battling for the puck, though. Tie up in the corner. Zarek back to the point for Hugo. Hugo's wrister tipped on the way through. It's loose out in front of the crease, but cleared out of danger by the Cardinals.
Lots of bodies in front of the goal there. That could have been dangerous. Hugo looks like it hit off a skate of a Louisville defenseman.
Ty Morgan came in with some speed on the forecheck there. Could create a turnover here. He's battling with all these NC State players, and he's going to take an interference penalty here. So some good aggression from Ty Morgan, but laid a hit late, I believe, on Riley Johnson. Delayed penalty now. Icepack with 6 skaters on. Zach Robinson takes it wide to the right side, going around the net. Taken away and touched up for that penalty.
Yeah, Morgan did a pretty good job over there by himself, allowing his team to get a line change there, but unfortunately just a little too aggressive and just putting a hit out there a little too late.
Call is a cross check against Ty Morgan. NC State now will go on the power play. You might consider their second power play unit will start this one out. The Robinson brothers, as well as Alex James, Matt Miller, and Philip Bailey. Robinson goes D to D for James. James gives it in for Zach Robinson. Down low behind the net, it's Matt Miller. Miller gives to Bailey. He gives it back. Miller makes a play to the front of the net. Backhander stonewalled by Walsh. Good pad save there. Alex James at the left point. Surveys. We'll go all the way around for Zach Robinson. Zach gives back to Alex. Brothers going back and forth. Zach gives over to Alex James. He'll feed it back for Alex Robinson. Philip Bailey will drag and fire a wrister blocked. Louisville penalty killer Sharp not allowing that shot to get through. Riley Johnson freshly on the ice for the Icepack power play. Taking it down the left side. He's out in front looking for Bailey. Chopped at it, but saved by Walsh.
A good pass there by Riley Johnson. I think Bailey just lost the puck. He didn't know where it was because it hit off his skate and just right into the pads of Walsh. So take a look there. Just a wonderful pass there by Riley Johnson, skating through the defense, finding the hole, and just unfortunately, Bailey not there to put it home.
Zarek on the draw against Dalton Carl. It's a tie-up. Arini tries to get a stick on it, but is met with a nice hit and cleared all the way down by Louisville.
And that hit laid by Sellinger, we talked about him in the intermission period there. Just another wonderful play by him, keeping his team close in this one.
Cross-ice pass for Zarek. He gives to Arini. Now back at the point, it's Hugo. Hugo Solomon, quick one-touch pass. In the middle, Johnson has it, and he scores! Riley Johnson, left all alone in the slot, fired it top right corner, and the Icepack extend their lead to 2.
Well, that was just a beautiful play overall. You got Solomon that received the puck originally off a really, really hard pass, manages to pass it cross ice for Zarek, and Zarek left it for Johnson. Johnson able to put it home. That's how you get good goalies like this out of their rhythm, like Cameron Walsh here. Just all the passes, not able to keep up with it, and Riley Johnson will put it top shelf over the shoulder of Cameron Walsh, and now Icepack go up 2-0.
Fantastic one-time pass there from Chris Solomon to set that play up. Don Johnson's wrister blocked out in front. So 2-0 now is the score. Riley Johnson's 7th goal of the season. Chris Solomon adding to his league-leading point total, his 43rd point, 18th assist. All that to go along with 25 goals. Puck chipped ahead for Zach Robinson. Robinson plays it wide. Yeah. Icepack entered offside, though, so Louisville takes it away. Cisalise, easy save for Eric Daniel. Another penalty is about to be called here along the boards, and it's going to go against NC State, I believe. A lot of bodies converged there along the side boards by that PNC Bank logo, and ref threw his arm up. Looks like it's going to be Zach Robinson going to the box. Looks like boarding is the call, maybe roughing. So regardless, another power play for Louisville trying to get that last goal back.
And you just hate to see that for the Icepack. Just as they're starting to gain some momentum in this game, they go right back on the penalty kill for another 2 minutes.
Louisville wins the draw on the power play. Zaritsky at the right point. Gets over to Drew. His wrister, a howitzer, goes just high. Zaritsky will keep it in. Holmes, one-time pass for Drew, went just wide. Chopped at. Trying to settle the puck, Dinzik. Dylan Dinzik, hounded by Alex Fong. Dinzik still with the puck. Gives it off, gets back to Drew now. His wrister deflects out in front off his teammate's leg. It looks like that one hurt a little bit for Dylan Dinzik, but no worse for wear. Holmes, back for Zaritsky. Carl Drew, trying to feed it cross ice, looking for Holmes, but went off an Icepack skate. And NC State will send it down the length of the ice.
Drew had a couple shots there. It hit off his teammate's leg, first of all, but it actually almost went on goal with that one, and that would have counted as a goal for the player whose leg hit off. I'm not sure who that was.
Couple nice moves through the middle there by Parker G, but his shot deflects up and into the netting. We'll take another look at this opportunity for Carl Drew. Just off the skate of Dylan Dinzik, and looks like that one hurt a little bit, but he's looking all right now, standing on the Louisville bench. 52 seconds to go on this power play for the Louisville Cardinals. Costa back to the point, couldn't find Burkhart. Breshingham and G in a race for the puck now. G wins it for Louisville. Almost a short-handed opportunity for the Icepack. Here's Carl. Dalton Carl turns it over, but Malaya is there to help recover. Puck up in the air in front of the net. It pinballs and they score! Right onto the stick of Zach Burkhart. And he buries it to make this one a 2-1 hockey game.
Well, you had Oliver in front of the net there, and it looked like he tried to take a swing at that puck midair, just missed it, and Zach Burkhart just there when it hits off the ground, doesn't really bounce much, and he just gets the nice, easy goal. Eric Daniel not really expecting it. I'm sorry, that's not Walsh. It's not Emery. Oliver swung at that puck.
Just jumped off the stick of Miles Ferrone up into the air, and they tried to swat it out of the way, but it landed right on the stick of Burkhart. Now Louisville maybe with another chance here. Sees Elise fires one on net, pad save by Daniel. So power play converted by Louisville, and that one will just barely make it down for icing.
A pretty effective power play there by Louisville. You had a few shots on goal that probably should have gone in. Drew had a couple hard shots that Daniel able to shake off. But yeah, just capitalizing at the end of that power play there. Now it's a 2-1 hockey game. And like I said, Icepack killed their momentum going up 2-0 and then immediately right back on the penalty kill. And then this one kind of kills them again because they scored off of it.
Battle for the puck now in the corner of the Icepack zone, won by NC State, but they can't clear. Chasing after it now, Matson, James Matson, who was denied on that breakaway chance earlier in this game. Turns it over. NC State through the middle, Solomon. He's got a little bit of room, goes around a defender, goes down, and that's going to be another penalty on the Cardinals. Shot attempt by the Icepack is unsuccessful. It skitters out into the neutral zone, but Louisville will still not touch up on that puck. It finally goes all the way in behind their net, and they will touch that one up.
I mentioned during intermission how this was a pretty clean game, at least in the first period, and now we're coming up on our fourth power play.
Bit of a
so
jinx.
Far. Yeah,
bit of a jinx.
Bit of a jinx indeed, and we're not even halfway into this period yet, and already 4 penalties called against both of these teams, 2-2 apiece.
Holding is the infraction. Tiago Ramirez seems to disagree. Finally steps his way into the penalty box. He's got his palms to the sky in disbelief. Louisville perhaps a bit displeased with that call. He'll be shorthanded. Quick shot off the face-off. Goes wide. Solomon top of the right circle. Goes all the way around for Zarek. Zarek behind the net for Garadarini. Zarek's got it again. Arini gives it again. These two going back and forth. Now Zarek gives back to the point for Hugo. One-time pass for Solomon. He tries to dangle it through the defender's legs, but went off his skate. And hacking away at Chris Solomon is Cam Costa.
Costa got lucky there. That could have been called a slash. Looks like he hit Solomon's hand as you see him shake his hand there.
Slap shot by Hugo is a pad save by Cam Walsh. And that puck looks to have bounced off the mesh, so that's going to be a stoppage. Costa was really going at Solomon there in the neutral zone, and I agree, it could have been called a slash, and maybe Louisville able to get away with that one, maybe able to just escape the wrath of the officials. Off the face-off, Louisville wins it and are just able to clear it out of their zone. NC State in their own end will look to get something started about halfway through this power play. Philip Bailey, the freshman, brings it in, and they're gonna call him offsides, even though it looked to me like he had possession of that thing essentially the whole time.
Yeah, I would agree. I don't know why that was called offsides, and see the fans were kind of confused there too. Very odd call.
Miller and Dinzik on the draw, won by Matt Miller, and now he carries it into the zone. Looking to find Philip Bailey. He'll circle back and rethink things. Matt Miller does drop it off for Bailey. Back for Miller. Trying to feed it across. Wrister by James. Blocked. And Dinzik sort of fell over on the puck there. Finally, he's able to get up, and They're trying to move it. It's kind of tied up there in the corner.
Yeah, that was a good defensive play by Dinzig there.
See it bouncing around in there, but no one can really pull it all the way out, and they're finally going to stop this thing.
Yeah, Dinzig making a pretty good save there. That was a really powerful shot that he took directly to the chest and stayed with the puck the entire time, saving Cameron Walsh from having to make that save there. That would have been a tough save, so props to Dinzig there, but I'm sure that one hurt.
31 seconds of power play time remaining for the Icepack. Offensive zone draw to the blocker side of Walsh. Off the draw, Robinson gives over to James, gets it back. Alex Robbins' slap shot deflected off of Burkhart's stick and over the net. Still in play. Robinson at the point for Bailey. Philip Bailey giving it in deep, played along by Miller. Robinson gives back to the point for James. James for Robinson. Those two go back and forth. Zach Robinson behind the net now. Very patient. Played out in front. James sent it just through the crease. Penalty has expired. Tip on the way through by Miller. Another chance sent back into the slot, but NC State can't find it. Louisville desperately trying to clear the zone after the conclusion of this power play. Robinson's got it at the point. Alex Robinson with a dangle. Goes over to Alex James. James for Miller. Miller tried to give it back to the defenseman, but nobody was home. So Louisville now forechecking as the puck leaks back into the NC State zone. Icepack recover and send it ahead. Bailey. The backhand flip. Zach Robinson will carry it in. Robinson tries to sidestep a hit, but gives the puck away. Cardinals long outlet pass. Cowan is there to intercept. Emphatic offside warning there. Puck taken away by Eric Todd. He could have a chance here. Gets around a defender, dangles, puts the backhand on. Save by Walsh. Great save by the Louisville goaltender on the break there. Johnson tries to feed it out in front. It goes back to Todd at the point. He fakes the slap shot. Nearly sprung for the break was Jake Schrader's, but Monty's got it for NC State now with some speed through the middle. Monty dangles to the forehand, taking it wide. Drops it off out in front. Quick shot by Arini. He was knocked over, sent the puck just wide. Here comes Louisville. Could have had numbers, but puck takes an awkward bounce off the stick of Morgan. Giveaway. Joyce tries to fire a shot, blocked by Eric Todd. Don Johnson playing it along. Joyce sends it back in. Matson taken away. James Matson tries to dangle around a defender, but accidentally sends it off his own man. So back into Louisville, and Tiago Ramirez fires off the skate of a Icepack player who had just stepped on the ice. Looks like Louisville wanted a too many men call for that. Daniel will play it along for Jackson Cowan. Todd for Don Johnson. Drew Bressingham now. Bressingham, he's got two defenders in front of him, waiting for some help. Bressingham circles back. Gives to Oliver, his shot blocked, and back into the neutral zone. Fed in by Frosch. Oliver. Puck is cleared back into the NC State end. Into the middle for Oliver. He's got Fong with him. Oliver drops for Bressingham. His one-timer. He shanked it and they score. The one-timer attempt by Bressingham didn't make great contact, but deflected off a friendly skate. And the officials will discuss. I don't think there was much of a kicking motion there.
I don't believe there was. I think he just missed the puck mostly. It just kind of skirted. I believe that Cameron Walsh expected a more powerful shot here. As you see, great leave pass there by Oliver, and just Bressingham just kind of missed the puck. And Cameron Walsh just really wasn't expecting that puck to go that slow. I think he was expecting more of a lifted, more quick puck to him, and he just didn't see the puck sliding past him, because the officials will still
Louisville
discuss.
displeased that is not being called off. Again, I didn't think there was much of a kick there. Deflected off the skate of Alex Fong out in front, so I believe he will be credited with the goal here.
Look at it again. I don't see a clear kicking motion there. Yeah, we'll have a good goal.
So 3-1 is the score. After that funky bounce leads to an NC State goal. Immediately sent the length of the ice for an icing by the Cardinals.
That was some wacky goal. It looked like Fong hit off the bottom of his skate, maybe even the blade, and that's why it lost so much velocity going towards Walsh and just slid right past him.
Miller facing off with Dalton Carl. Solomon pushing ahead. Dangles the backhand on his knees, gives it over to his teammate Matt Miller. Just pushed that one wide. Could have been another highlight play by Chris Solomon. Battle along the near side boards. Philip Bailey wins it. Gives back to Ferrone at the right point. Ferrone can't get it through. Puck flipped up off the boards, but not clear by the Cardinals. Eventually they will clear it, and it will go in on goal, so no icing. Daniel will leave it for Ricky Frosch. Frosch forechecked well by Dylan Dinzik. Dinzik comes away with it, trying to give it over to Costa, but defender was there. Back on the right point now. Wrister by Williams. Pad save by Daniel. Williams will get it back now. He'll fire another one, trying to get a tip. Can't get one. Kept in by Sellinger. Flipped cross corner. Out in front, good tip. But a better save by Eric Daniel, and he'll freeze it.
Yeah, that was a really good tip. Pretty dangerous there for Eric Daniel. He's just in the right place at the right time, and some may call that luck, but I believe on Eric Daniel's part, that's just skill. He knows exactly where to be. He saw the man in front of him, and knew he was going to tip it there. He's right where he needed to be to make that save.
Quick shot off the face-off, another pad save by Eric Daniel. In behind the net for Louisville is Ryan. Puck comes in on Daniel. He makes the save. Another shot. He went off the post. The glove was behind Daniel, but according to the official, did not cross the line. Waves that one off. So we'll still play on here. Cardinals turn it over to Zarek. He plays it ahead for Riley Johnson on the left side. Johnson flipping it in for Zarek. Good body played by Brett Piotti to break that one up. Alex James gives to Riley Johnson. Johnson in the slot for Parker Zarek. He'll turn and fire a low shot just wide to the right side. Zarek, Piotti, and Arini battle for it, but Louisville comes away with the puck. High flip through the middle will go directly to Alex James, and he'll turn it back towards the Louisville end. 3-1 is the score here late in the second period. Icepack added a couple goals in this one. Johnson dangles around defender, gets out in front, tries to finish that one, but blown dead by the officials.
Quite a nifty move there by Riley Johnson. The puck was just skating along Walsh's pad there. Official makes the correct call there in blowing it dead, although Walsh did not have it in his glove secured. If he just had a little more time on that, I'm pretty sure that puck would have skid right by Walsh and had an opportunity to put that in the right side of the net there.
So Louisville actually overtaken NC State in terms of shots in this period. Louisville was at a 2-shot disadvantage after the first, but they've been laying it on pretty well here in the second, but fallen victim to a couple penalties and some unfortunate mistakes, but did benefit from that one goal, a good bounce out in front for them.
NC State here will be.
And there's going to be an elbowing penalty against Jackson Cowan. Cowan pleading his case, but unfortunately for him, it doesn't often work.
Yeah, Cowan was guilty there. He hit a player that wasn't involved in the play, didn't have the puck. He hit him pretty late, so they'll call that one every time. Cowan's in the box with 2 minutes now.
Face-off played back by Emery Oliver and now flipped down the ice by Drew Bressingham. Cross-ice pass for the Cards. Taken away by Ferrone, but they'll get it back and now have numbers. It's Burkhart and Costa. Burkhart in the slot, tries to fire a wrister, blocked by Ricky Frosch.
Great block there by Ricky Frosch. Saved him from the 2-on-1 breakaway.
Now Oliver pushing the pace the other way, short-handed. He'll play it all the way back to Frosch, and they'll be able to salt a little bit more of this penalty kill time away. Cardinals advancing now, looking to bring this one back to a 1-goal deficit. Back at the point, gets just past Burkhart, and now NC State has an odd man rush. Played in the middle for Arini, his shot saved by Walsh. Quick reactions on the cross-crease pass, was able to stop that one-timer.
Yeah, what a save there by Walsh. Arini just, again, not able to lift that puck up over the pads of Walsh, and Walsh makes a pretty easy save there, but what an opportunity there for NC State. I think that was their first shorthanded opportunity of the game there and almost cashed away on it. Your coach, Tim Healy, you really love to see that as another shot on goal there. It's put right off the face-off.
Louisville forging ahead here, about 50 seconds remaining on their power play. Heady play by Eric Daniel to send that one back down himself. Through the middle, puck is knocked down by this skate of the linesman there. Unlucky break for the Cardinals, trying to enter the zone on the power play. Now NC State can rag some more time. Pass, they're trying to feed it through the middle for Miller, but Louisville with the numbers was there. Sam Zaritsky will leave it for Dinzik, and they'll try to get one more push here as the penalty is expiring to Jackson Cowan. So he's released from the box now. Dinzik in a battle in deep. Puck is behind them, so Miller will swoop in and intercept. Chris Solomon building up some speed. Denied at the blue line. Bailey will turn it in to the Card zone. High pass through the middle, knocked down by Alex James. Louisville forechecking aggressively again, but whiffs on those couple poke checks. Hugo will take it himself into the zone, but turn it over just past the circles. Todd there at the left point with 10 seconds to go. Todd's low wrister looking for a tip, got it on net. Good reactions from Cameron Walsh once more, and he's able to stop that one.
You know Todd's hungry for that second goal of the season and second goal of the game. He would really love to have that one. Walsh shutting that opportunity down, though.
So 8 seconds left here in this second frame. NC State with the offensive zone draw will try to get at least one more shot on Cameron Walsh before the period concludes. Pushed forward by Eric Todd on the draw. Cardinals try to clear on the right side. They're hacking away at it, carry it up, and that will do it for the second period. So the Cardinals score one, but NC State scores two, and they lead this one by a score of 3-1 after 40 minutes. Intermission coverage coming your way in just a little bit. We'll take a short break. You're watching Icepack Hockey on PackTV.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library, Don Diablo.
Oh yeah, this is actually like in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour. And guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Welcome to intermission coverage of Icepack hockey here on PackTV. Here at the Wake Competition Center, where the Icepack have a 3-1 lead after 40 minutes of action against the Louisville Cardinals. Max Gorin and Joey Bianconi with you as always here on PackTV. That second period, Joey, not quite like the first. There were a lot of stoppages, a lot of penalties. It just didn't have quite the same flow as the first.
Yeah, these teams made me bite my words. I said the first intermission, it was a pretty good, clean game. And coming out here, we've had a lot of penalty minutes being tacked onto these teams. And fun fact for you, I don't know how accurate the ACHA website is, but Louisville has 100 more penalty minutes, according to them, than the Icepack does. And both of these teams so far in this game have had a lot of penalty minutes. They'll be tacking onto their totals. But, NC State cashing in on one of them. And, Louisville doing pretty good on their power play, getting some good pressure, but need to see more from that unit.
Yeah, discipline can be a huge factor, especially for Louisville. You're coming into a tough environment on the road. They've traveled a long way. Looking for an upset and taking penalties, especially like excessive ones, is just not going to cut it if they want to have a chance to win this one and build into the menacing program that Coach Brian Graham is hoping to build there for Louisville. But in that second period, we saw a couple goals from the Icepack. Riley Johnson left alone in the slot, buried one. And then Alex Fong on the weird bounce went off his skate, ended up trickling past Walsh, who again has been pretty sharp for Louisville. And then a goal of their own by Zach Burkhardt, off that high bounce, just landed right on his stick, and he was able to bury that one past Eric Daniel.
Yeah, the highlight goal of that period, I would argue, is Riley Johnson's. Just a beautiful pass play overall. You had a pass from Chris Solomon, who had a laser pass from him. He almost didn't make that pass, but he managed to get it stopped and pass along cross ice to Parker Zarek. Parker Zarek drops it for Riley Johnson. Riley Johnson with the one-timer over the shoulder of Walsh. Just a beautiful textbook goal. You can't ask for anything better than that.
And that power play unit, consisting of a line that we saw a lot last year of Zarek, Solomon, and Johnson all together. But it's been a bit of a different strategy this year for Tim Healy. He knows they have a lot of forward depth. He's been able to kind of spread out all that scoring and skill and speed across his forward lines. And that allows guys like Philip Bailey, to get another opportunity. Colby Peterson's been a big impact player. Again, unfortunately, with the ACL injury, is out tonight, will be for a while. But it speaks to the Icepack's depth. They're able to spread all that talent across multiple lines, but when you put all of it together on a power play, it becomes incredibly efficient. Now, not necessarily 83% efficient, but certainly converting on a very good clip of opportunities.
Boy, you would love to be 83% proficient on the power play, but yeah, unfortunately that's just not realistic in the hockey standards. But yeah, you like to spread around the love for goal scoring, at least, because it makes it a lot harder for defenses to try to stop your team. Because if you just let Solomon and Johnson carry your team, they could plant people on those specific players and pretty much shut down your entire offense. So having guys out there like Bailey and Monteith and all of them that we've seen so far this season making goals, that's just really good for the Icepack, and they've only lost 2 games this season, one of them to being a D1 team, and that really speaks for this depth on the team.
Yeah, Chris Solomon adding another point to his league leading total. I believe he's got 43 now, far and away the leading scorer on the team, one of the best, most talented players in the ACHA overall. But we saw some big plays being made by Louisville as well. You saw Cam Costa getting involved there as in that play against Solomon in the neutral zone on the penalty kill. They're still keeping that aggression on the forecheck, and it has led to a couple opportunities. They're able to force a couple mistakes, much like a full court press would in basketball, if you will. That's kind of what you're seeing from Louisville tonight, and we'll see if they're able to cash in on that in the third period.
Yeah, Louisville definitely needs to up their game in this third period. We mentioned pregame how the Icepack in this building get off to kind of slow starts, and they're up 3-1 right now, which is not looking too good for Louisville. They needed to kind of push the narrative of the Icepack not having a very fast start, and hopefully for them lock down in the third period. But now they need to come back from a 2-goal deficit in the third period. And we've called many games here so far this season, and the Icepack definitely like to put on their goal scoring in the third period. So it's going to be pretty hard for Louisville to come back, but we'll see what they're made of coming up into the third period.
The Southeast #2 team in ACHA Division II looking to put a bow on this one. They've got a 3-1 lead after 40 minutes. We come back, we'll take a look at some highlights from the second period of action. You're watching Icepack Hockey here on PackTV.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library, Don Diablo.
Oh yeah, this is actually in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour, and guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
Taking a look at some of the fans here at the Wake Competition Center taking in the action. Seeing a nice hockey game so far. A 3-1 lead for NC State over Louisville here after 2 periods. We'll take a look at some of the highlights here from the second period of action. And there was a lot to recap. A lot of penalties, a lot of big hits being thrown, a lot of good scoring chances, and a couple goals along the way. The Icepack, they had their fair share of opportunities, had a good number of power plays as well. But, Cameron Walsh still remaining sharp in between the pipes for Louisville.
Yeah, Cameron Walsh doing a really good job. Disregard to 3 goals against him. He's just made some incredible saves. You see one right there on that replay. But, yeah, he's just been rock solid all game. And the Icepack have had pretty trouble. They've been troublesome scoring against him. As we'll take a look at one of the goals right there. That was the Riley Johnson goal. Very good goal. Very good passing play by the Icepack there.
Louisville did have their fair share of offensive opportunities, though. We see they had a couple power plays there as well. Were able to have some good puck possession make a couple plays, and we'll take a look at the Louisville goal here. Just kind of a strange play. Hops way up in the air. Ferrone tries to knock it down, puts it right on the stick of Zach Burkhardt, and he buried that one to make it, at the time, a 2-1 game. But the Icepack, kept the foot on the gas and were eventually able to respond.
Yeah, with I go back to that Ferrone chop there. It may be lucky that he didn't touch that, because that could have been called a high sticking if he got his stick just a little bit higher and if he made contact with that puck. So that would have been bad for the Icepack regardless.
Maybe they would have preferred a stoppage for high stick there, and rather than giving up a goal. But
you would think.
Who's to say he may have just knocked it to the same place with his stick. And we take a look at the second Icepack goal here. Just a weird one. A one-timer attempt by Drew Bressingham. Maybe hit the heel of the stick. Didn't quite get all of it. It took a perfect bounce for them off the skate of Alex Fong and trickled in. Then we saw another great skill play there from Chris Solomon down on his knees with some slick handles, but they weren't able to convert there. And from there on out, a couple chances both ways, but goaltending proved to be solid the rest of the way. That one was a close one for Eric Daniel, but Icepack able to clear that one out and keep it a 2-goal lead.
And let me tell you, that'll probably be Fong's easiest goal on the season. Didn't even have to do anything. He'll be thanking Bressingham for that one, shooting it off the blade of his skate. That'll be one of the easiest goals you see by any player this season.
There's a term in golf, there's no pictures on the scorecard. I think that can apply here in a hockey situation. He will get credited for that one, even though he kind of just stumbled into it, hit off the skate, but I'm sure he'll take it either way. And the Icepack will take it either way, adding to their lead, making it 3-1. And that's where we are now, a 2-goal lead for the home team here at Wake Competition Center as we take a look at some of the stats so far. Louisville had an advantage in face-off wins early, but you can see the Icepack were able to win a couple more back there in the second period. The rest of the way, personally, I'll be looking to see how each team is able to stay out of the box, which team is able to get on that advantage more, maybe stay out of the box and not take any unnecessary penalties. Not that there ever is a necessary one, but we'll see who has the most discipline in this chippy one heading into the third period.
Yeah, and I'll definitely be looking at the goaltending coming up. I do believe whoever wins this game is going to be the better goaltender is going to help with that. And Eric Daniels been solid all night, and Cameron Walsh, he's been solid. Just let up a few more goals. Riley Johnson had a really good shot there that's just really hard to save, and almost a fluke goal by Fong there. Just really a battle of the goalies in this one.
Hard to fault either goaltender so far in this game. It has been a fun one at the Wake Competition Center. Puck drop for the third period coming your way next on PackTV.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library,
Don Diablo. Oh yeah, this is actually in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour, and guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Teams taking to the ice here for the third period at the Wake Competition Center. NC State leading by a score of 3-1 over Louisville. Things got a little chippier there in the second period. That's something I'm looking at to see if that'll continue here in the third. We'll see if the teams can stay out of the box. Louisville got a nice little tradition here they do at the beginning of the period, banging their sticks there on the boards. Matson will chip it ahead off the opening draw, try to make something happen for Louisville. Matson through the middle had Cisalise, but hopped over his stick and out of the zone. So they'll send it back in immediately for an icing.
Yeah, and if I'm Louisville here, I think their game plan overall has been working pretty well. It's just those chances aren't really going for them against Eric Daniel. So keep doing what you're doing. Just they've had a really good forecheck so far in this game. Played very well in the neutral zone, especially in that first period. Get back to what they were doing there, because it was keeping NC State out of their offensive zone for most of that period, which was helping them a lot, even though they were down 1-0 in that period. Like I said, they had some really good opportunities to score.
Something you can definitely pick up quickly is that Louisville plays with a lot of intensity. At the right point, Hugo chipping it along for Matt Miller. Gets to Solomon on the right circle. He tries a cross-crease pass for Philip Bailey, but good defensive play by the Cards. Puck flipped ahead. It's going to go all the way down the length of the ice, and that will be another icing against Louisville.
Good stick there by Patrick Williams, number 3, all by himself really there, and saved a little one-timer opportunity for the Icepack. And you know, that could have put this game out of reach for Louisville if you want to think about it that way, just the momentum and everything. Icepack scoring within the first minute would have really dented that comeback hope of the Cardinals.
Parker Zarek on the draw against Parker Joyce. The NC State Parker wins that one. Quick shot by Johnson, save. Another save on the rebound from Johnson by Cameron Walsh. Play through the middle, Dinzik will send it in. And their own end, NC State looking to get something started and widen this lead. Long outlet pass will sail by Alex James. And they'll be icing against the Icepack.
Riley Johnson had another scary opportunity against Louisville there. He recovers his own rebound there and turns around and just fires a laser into Cameron Walsh and able to make the save again. And like I said, intermission, this is going to be a battle of the goaltenders. Whoever can make the best saves against two of these, high-powered offenses we have here, they're pretty even on shots, 25-23 in favor of the Icepack.
NC State in their own end can't quite escape right there, so they'll double back and try it again. Johnson backhand, indirect pass for Alex James. James carrying it in, they'll be offsides. This third period kind of struggling to really get going. Wade Minter always coming through with the wrestling music here at Wake Competition Center, Real American. Hulk Hogan's theme playing over the speakers in that last break.
It would not be an Icepack game without some WWE theme songs.
Shot by Todd, goes wide. Sent around for Monteith. It gets back to Cowan at the point. Monteith's got it now. Monteith tries to hand it off for his defenseman. It's chipped up and into the bench by Cowan.
Cowan sharing a couple laughs there with Williams.
Louisville will change a couple bodies here right in front of their own bench. Todd Robinson and Monteith out there for the Icepack against Holmes, Burkhart, and Parker G. Louisville just able to clear their own zone. Monteith on the right side trying to escape two white jerseys. He's able to do so for a moment before it's flipped out by G. Monteith tries to stop and play it on the backhand. Get around defender. It picked off by G in the neutral zone. Here comes Parker G with some space. Fires the wrister on Daniel. It's loose out in front, but he's able to pounce on that one.
Monteith had a nice little move there going into neutral zone. Just gets picked off on his last attempt to do a little deke there. And had the shot on goal by Parker G, and Eric Daniel making another good save. It bounces off of him originally and able to secure the rebound after that.
That one came off hot off the chest pad of Eric Daniel, but the reaction was there to keep it out of danger. Here comes Emery Oliver up the left side. Oliver drops it off for Fong. Fong playing it in front. They tip it and score! Drew Bressingham able to get a stick on that one and sneak it by the pad of Cameron Walsh. And now it's 4-1 Icepack.
Bressingham finally got his goal, but that was another really slow one that I believe Cameron Walsh wasn't really expecting. You take a look here, you have Emery Oliver dropping it off. And
not sure if that was on purpose by the Icepack, but a nice play nonetheless. 4th goal of the season for Drew Bressingham, assisted on a nice play by Fong and Emery Oliver.
And might have not been intentional for the Icepack, but let's certainly take it with 17 minutes left in this game, going up 3 goals now.
Bressingham chipping it along, gave it right to Malaya. Icepack struggling to clear their own zone here. Played along by Shredders. Here comes Oliver, delayed penalty against Louisville. Emery Oliver playing it inside. He's stopped by Thiago Ramirez, and they're mixing it up here after the whistle.
Oliver frustrated there, and rightfully so, because it looked like Ramirez there took a goal opportunity away. Maybe he hooked him a little bit.
It looks like Ramirez may be going to the box as well. Not sure if he committed the initial infraction. Nope. So him and Oliver will both go, likely some offsetting penalty, so to speak. Malaya will also sit for Louisville. Likely the original offender, causing the delayed penalty. We'll see what the signal is from the officials as they sort this one out. So potentially some 4-on-3 play here with all the penalties coming out of this one.
I think they might be questioning whether or not Oliver was in the process of shooting while getting penalized, because if he was, that might be...
Yeah, he certainly wasn't on a breakaway, so I doubt they would be discussing this one for a penalty shot. Ramirez was in between him and the net pretty clearly. Referees discussing with the coaches. It's going to be 5-on-4. So those penalties offsetting, so to speak. So Emery Oliver in the box for NC State, and Ramirez and Malaya sitting for Louisville, as they wait for the penalty clock to get adequately set. 5-minute major being assessed to Malaya. So perhaps a long power play here for NC State. Zarek fires the wrister into the chest pad of Walsh.
This is a good opportunity for NC State here to really kind of close this game out with a 5-minute major penalty. Now, they can score as many goals as they want in this 5 minutes, and that penalty will not go away. And playing 5-on-4 for that amount of time will certainly give you the upper hand and really inhibit this Louisville comeback.
Solomon's high wrister off the mask of Cameron Walsh and falls off his head, so they'll stop play here. Solomon, those quick wristers, this time sniping the helmet off of Walsh.
We've definitely seen plenty of those this season. He has a very powerful wrist shot. If you take a look at the replay, just absolutely knocking the helmet off of Cameron Walsh. Just it shows the amount of power that he has behind that shot.
So he'll get his mask strapped back on here, get his gear all in order. And official tries to drop the puck here before he's even got his glove and his blocker on. Guess he wasn't paying attention there.
A good thing.
They quickly blow that one dead. He's all set now, so we'll get back to action here. Faceoff bounces through the legs of Zarek. Solomon gives over to Hugo. He walks the line, gives it over to Zarek. They go back and forth. Out in front, quick pass by Solomon, and Arini's one-timer saved by Walsh. Another heads-up play by Chris Solomon, making a lot of plays tonight.
Solomon with a great pass, but even better save there by Walsh. Looks like he was expecting the pass, and rightfully so. Very good save.
Off the draw, Hugo gives it in the slot to Riley Johnson. He circles back, drops it off for Solomon. Solomon trying to go cross crease, looking for Zarek. Battling through the middle was Johnson, and eventually it's swatted out of the Louisville zone. Hugo gives over to Arini. Johnson drops it for Solomon. Johnson's got it at the top of the slot. His wrister tipped on the way through, but wide by Arini. Cleared along the boards by Louisville.
A close call there by Arini. He had the left side of that goal open, and that's what it looked like he was trying to do, just not able to angle his stick correctly, and goes just wide of the net.
Philip Bailey now making a move on the backhand. His try bounces off the glove of Walsh before being cleared back down. NC State, no reason to be in a hurry. A lot of power play time left, 3:25 to be exact. Bailey carries it in on the right side. Takes it around the defender, goes around behind the net. Drops it back for Alex James. James gives it into Miller. Back to Alex Robinson. Robinson's low wrister tipped wide. Miller behind the net. Puts it on the backhand, gives it back to Alex Robinson. He'll survey, give it over to Philip Bailey. Bailey for Miller. Miller throwing it across, looking for James. Hopped over his stick. Louisville can't clear. Dinzik whiffed on it. Played along in the backhand by Robinson for Alex James. He tries to chip it around a defender. Back to the left point for Zach Robinson. His brother, Alex, waiting, very patient, drops it back to Zach. He gives across for Alex James. Robinson gets it back at the point. Back for James. Fires a wrister, tipped on the way through. It's loose out in front. Zach Robinson digs it out, and play is stopped. It looks like the net has come off the line again. It looks like they may need to invest in a peg for that net down there.
Yeah, definitely. I noticed a couple times during that power play that the net kind of comes up in the back a little bit, but it'll come back down and play will continue. But pretty good chance there by NC State. Again, with the screen out in front, just not able to cash away.
Zarek on the draw. Carl kicks at it, gets to Arini. He fires a shot, saved by Walsh. Solomon will collect, give over to Riley Johnson. The co-captain gets it back. He waits, takes it around the net. Gives over to Parker Zarek. Zarek down low for Arini. Gets to Chris Solomon. Solomon through the middle, he's got Johnson. Johnson waiting on the backhand, very patient, drags it again. He'll wait and try to look for a better opportunity. Johnson gives to Hugo. Hugo spins, passes to Solomon. Johnson outside the right circle. One-timer for Solomon. Pad save by Walsh. Good reaction time from the Cards goaltender there. 1:38 of power play time remaining for the Icepack. Takes a weird bounce off the glass. Louisville still can't clear. Kept in by the skate of Hugo. Here's Solomon on the right circle. Toe drag to the backhand. Gives over to Riley Johnson. Fed across the crease. Arini can't get it. He picks it up now. Played back for Hugo at the point. His slapper. Pad save by Cam Walsh. Hugo's got it again. Gives to Parker Zarek. Hugo gets it back. One-timer tipped in the middle, but couldn't get on net. Costa will flip it up on the backhand. Kept in by Hugo, but Carl could be on the break now. Dalton Carl doesn't have the speed to get there.
Well, what a good hustle play there by Parker Zarek. Just
gets back and clears that one out of the way. Keeping this one a 4-1 game. Cardinal penalty killers will send it back down behind the pipes of Eric Daniel. NC State still looking to get something on this power play. 5-minute major assess to Kevin Malaya. James down low for Philip Bailey. Bailey gives it back to Matt Miller. Miller fires a shot, looking for a tip, frozen by Cameron Walsh.
Cameron Walsh just shutting down opportunity after opportunity by this Icepack. They've had multiple shots on goal that just well-placed shots, powerful shots that just he is pushing off to the side, left and right. It's a very good job in net by him tonight.
It's been particularly sharp with the pads. Those low shots, at least the direct ones, have been pretty easy to stop for him. Of course, a couple goals for the Icepack on some deflections, but can't necessarily fault the goaltender for that. Miller tries to put one on net from just outside the crease, but the Cardinal defense denies that one.
We can definitely see why Walsh's pads are a little scuffed up. Very good with those pads, like you said.
Malaya released from the box, so now nobody sitting for any penalties now. Dangle by Philip Bailey, quick shot on, save by Walsh. Philip Bailey looking for his first Icepack goal, trying to ditch those yellow skate laces.
And it would have been a highlight one if he cashed in on that. That was quite a move by the freshman.
Great move by Philip Bailey. Chipped ahead. Bailey chips it past another defender. Trying to get around another, is met with a big body in the middle. Great hit by Sam Zaritsky to deny Philip Bailey. Here comes Shredders. His shot pad safe by Daniel. Moving it ahead, Zach Robinson. Robinson on the left side fires a wrister off the post. Was looking to pick the top left corner now. Icepack will go for a change. Eric Todd forechecking. Able to create some commotion. Icepack trying to come away with it, but they can't. Here comes Shredders. And he'll dump it and go for a change. Riley Johnson chasing after this one. Zaritsky will beat him to it. About 10 minutes to go in regulation in this one. A 4-1 lead for NC State. Long outlet pass for Carl. Dalton Carl tries to find Cam Costa streaking through the slot, but sends it just past him. Williams taking it in deep from his defensive position. Patrick Williams loses out to Ferrone. Ferrone can't clear. Tie up. In the high slot, Johnson poking away at it. Comes away to Costa. His shot deflected wide. If he got a clean look at that one, could have picked the top right corner. Back for Williams. He gives across to Ramirez. Ramirez's shot blocked on the way through. Icepack able to clear.
You got to applaud Louisville a little bit here. Normally during the third periods, especially because the Icepack is just so good in the third period, but normally you'd see teams kind of start to die and wither away at this point in the game. But, you know, Louisville still shows some fight in them. And, you know, this is the first game of a 2-game set. So they're definitely looking to finish this one strong going into tomorrow.
Joyce with a strong move to take it in his backhander. Sticked away by Daniel. Throwing it out in front was Piatti, but not able to get it through. In the neutral zone, Oliver knocks it down. Emery Oliver in the backhand turns, looks for a teammate. Bressingham's shot goes wide. Sellinger trying to find an outlet pass. NC State, again, with that aggressive forecheck, mirroring their opponent in that aspect. James Matson chipping it in for himself. Can't win the foot race. Johnson didn't know the pass was coming, so he loses it, but Bressingham picks it up in the neutral zone. He takes a strong hit from Parker G in front of the Louisville bench. Bressingham a little slow to get up.
Yeah, it looks like his head hit off the wall there right in front of the Louisville bench. Let's take a look at the replay.
And the Cardinals will be penalized for this one. Looks like boarding likely.
Yeah, definitely.
Right on the numbers.
You really hate to see that one for Bressingham because his head snapped back once it hit the wall. That's not really a good sign. I'm sure they'll be checking him out on the bench.
Hopefully he is all right. Luckily, a little slow to get up, but he did pop back up and skate back his own power back to the bench. But hopefully nothing too serious for Drew Bressingham. Another Icepack power play. Attempted pass through the middle, broken up by Burkhart. Icepack keep it in. Johnson for Parker Zarek out in front looking for the tip, a rebound, another great save by Walsh. Icepack again maintaining the zone, but that pass whiffed on by Hugo. And the Cardinals clear. Really great reactions there by the Cardinal goaltender Cameron Walsh. Looked like it was going to be a sure goal, but he was there to deny all the chances. And now a turnover. Costa's got it in the offensive zone, throwing it out in front for a teammate, but can't quite get it to him. Icepack on the power play with numbers. Cross ice feed broken up and cleared by Louisville. Penalty killers will get a quick change. Riley Johnson taking it up his preferred right side. He'll dangle around a defenseman, carry it behind the net. Play it ahead for Arini. Parker Zarek. Him and Arini go back and forth. Hugo's got it at the point. He gives back to Zarek. Those two now playing some catch. Slap shot by Hugo doesn't quite get there. Dalton Carl will flip it in on Eric Daniel. Daniel tries to stick it ahead. 6:35 to go here from the Wake Competition Center. NC State leading 4-1. Riley Johnson trying to shake off a defender. Played all the way behind the net and around for Alex James. Icepack will get some fresh bodies out there for the power play. Eric Todd playing it ahead for Bailey. He leaves it for Todd. Todd fires a wrister, looking to sneak it over the shoulder of Walsh, but sends it high. Touch pass through the middle. Nobody can seem to find it. Robinson tries to play it in the middle. They're still hacking away at it. Robinson's got it. His backhander, scores! Zach Robinson pops the water bottle with the backhander. NC State extends their lead.
Wow, that was just a beautiful goal by Zach Robinson there. Able to elevate that puck. I've been talking about that most of the game. That's why most of these shots haven't been able to get past Cameron Walsh. But finally, the backhander gets over. You see Zach Robinson over here just kind of sticking with it for a little while through the mess, the jumbled bodies, and able to elevate it over Cameron Walsh. And you know he's beating himself up over that one. He really wanted that save. And the Icepack will go up 5-1 with over 5 minutes left.
Here's Zach Robinson. He fires another shot after scoring that goal. They jostle for it out in front. Monteith will come away with it. Get back to Frosch at the left point. Frosch's shot, looking for a tip. None available. Played ahead and back onto an Icepack stick. Miles Ferrone will send it back in. 13th goal of the season for Zach Robinson. Freshman making a big impact on this squad in his first season.
Yeah, we mentioned Zach Robinson pregame about how he had a goal last game away at Liberty, the 5-2 win, that really important win for this team, and making himself known in this one as well.
Fong, Oliver, and Monteith there for the Icepack. Matson, Carl, and Cecilise for Louisville. That one's sent into the Louisville bench. Hair over 5 minutes to go in this one. Icepack been gradually building their lead throughout this one. Have thrown 38 shots on Cameron Walsh, able to put 5 by him. 5 different goal scorers for NC State tonight. Monteith fires it just high from inside the hash marks. Emery Oliver chipping away at it, does a little spin. Flips it for Monteith. Those two going back and forth down there in the far corner. Drew will play it ahead again, takes a bounce and goes into the Louisville bench. Seems like that bench is just magnetically attracting pucks tonight.
Yeah, Frost has tried to save them a couple of times here in the last 15 seconds or so, but fortunately to no avail.
Solomon kicks it ahead to himself, trying to get around Drew. They turn it over. Here comes Burkhart. He's got some teammates with him. Burkhart tries to leave a backhand pass for Parker G, but intercepted well by NC State. Alex Robinson throwing it ahead. Flips high into the air and into the Card zone. Solomon makes a move. Dishes it over to Jackson Cowan. Cowan gives it in for Solomon. Back to the point, Matt Miller. Miller lost the handle for a second, threw it out in front, looking for a tip. There's going to be a penalty upcoming here against Carl Drew. Tripped up somebody out there in front of the Cardinal net.
I believe they tripped Jackson Cowan in front. He was trying to set a screen, and looks like he was cross-checked in the back. No go away for that one. Louisville definitely out of this one at this point, going on the penalty kill again with 3:51. They're just trying to get through this game at this point, put this one behind them, and look to tomorrow.
Again, could be a symptom of those road legs that Coach Graham was talking about before the game. You know, they are noticeably maybe a little bit more tired here in this final period with the Icepack onslaught coming on here late in this one. But an admirable effort nonetheless by Louisville. Wrister from Robinson is knocked down. Clearing attempt gloved by Alex James. Philip Bailey throws a shoulder to gain possession there. Dishes off to a teammate. Now it gets back to Alex Robinson. Alex James going across ice, and it's knocked up and into the mesh for stoppage.
You know, last game we've had here, we saw the Icepack pretty much get destroyed on their home ice, which, you know, they came back the next night to Liberty with a vengeance and won 5-2. So you got to think that the same thing is on Louisville's mind here. They stuck with them the first two periods. It was a really good hockey game, and, you know, now third period, those tired legs, you know, we mentioned the travel fatigue and everything. You're definitely going to come back tomorrow a little stronger, a little hungrier to win. So I would look out for tomorrow's matchup to be a lot closer, especially in the third period, than this one is.
Robinson trying to go coast to coast here was just knocked off the puck this last couple strides before getting to the net. Icepack on the power play for another 50 seconds. Louisville sending it down behind the net, where Robinson will reclaim it, and NC State not pushing too hard here. 4-goal lead. Cool guys like Philip Bailey, who's got the puck now, maybe looking to get a goal. Thrown out in front, nobody home for the Icepack. Good skate by Hugo to keep that one in. Back for Alex James. Down low for Matt Miller. Miller retreats a little, gives back for James. Miller feeding out in front. Quick reactions by Walsh to stop that one. They still hack away at it. And finally falling down on the puck is Cameron Walsh. Looked to be another near shore goal, but a very quick glove from Walsh to deny Chris Solomon his 26th goal there. And a great save.
Yeah, Walsh with a highway robbery there. Look at this shot. Just right out of the glove of Walsh. Unfortunately not able to secure that one for himself. But my gosh, what a save. You know, 4-goal lead for the Icepack here. 5 goals total. And you know, you just can't fault Cameron Walsh for a lot of those opportunities being shot his way.
Excellent reflexes to be able to shut down those rebound opportunities as well. Zach Robinson carries that one behind the net, tries to throw a backhand pass for Monteith. It squirts under the glove of Walsh, and he'll freeze it. Power play has expired for NC State now. 1:49 to go in this one. They win the draw. James's wrister deflects into the corner. Robinson, right face-off dot. His wrister, I think that one may have hit the post as well or deflected off a player. Zach Robinson certainly playing extremely well lately. Glove down by Victor Hugo. He'll move ahead from his defensive position. Quick shot spinning around by Monteith, saved by Walsh. Great attempt in an awkward position by Monteith there. Piatti gives to Shredders. He can't win the foot race. Louisville able to gain the offensive zone. They keep it in. Morgan trying to dangle around Zach Robinson unsuccessfully. Monteith carrying it through the middle. You know, we actually saw Charles Monteith trying out his new skates before the game in some shorts, just skating around while there was a little girls' junior canes practice.
And, you know, it definitely shows those new skates. Looks a lot quicker out there on the ice.
Monteith, a player who normally plays with a lot of speed anyway. Maybe the extra skate, the new skates can give him even more of an edge. Oliver, back for Ferrone, his low shot, saved by Walsh. Final 20 seconds here from the Wake Competition Center. High flip does escape. Here comes Matson. Matson denied earlier in the game on the breakaway. His wrister into the chest pad of Eric Daniel.
And I'd hate to not mention it before the end of this game, but I've been talking a lot about Cameron Walsh, but going the other way, we really haven't seen him much this period, but Eric Daniel saving 29 of 30 shots against him. Just a remarkable performance in goal tonight.
Another great performance by the #1 goaltender for the Icepack. So they'll just let the last few seconds tick off the clock here. So the final score, NC State 5 and Louisville 1. These teams will be back at it tomorrow night here on PackTV, though, and Louisville will look to respond. But an all-around solid game for NC State. 5 different goal scorers tonight, able to slowly build their lead over the course of 3 periods and win this one 5-1. We're going to take a short break here on PackTV as Wagon Wheel plays to celebrate the win here at the Wake Competition Center. When we come back, we'll have post-game coverage and interviews. You're watching Icepack Hockey on PackTV.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library,
Don Diablo. Oh yeah, this is actually like in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour. And guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
Welcome into Icepack postgame here on PackTV. NC State coming away with a 5-1 victory over the Louisville Cardinals here at the Wake Competition Center, improving to 16-2 on the season and 16-1 against Division II competition. And Joey, we just kind of saw NC State continue to keep their foot on the gas, imposing their will on Louisville, and eventually coming away with this 4-goal win.
Yeah, at the end of the game, shot total for NC State 42 compared to what they started the period with, I believe it was like 24, 25-ish, somewhere around there. So a lot of shots, especially on that 5-minute major power play. They had it in their zone most of the entire time. So that really helped them out. And, Louisville just not able to make the comeback that they were hoping for. Like I mentioned, that 5-minute power play for the Icepack really killed the comeback hopes of the Louisville Cardinals.
Yeah, that was a point I tried to make during the second intermission. Penalties, especially like that one, a 5-minute major, just not something you can do if you want to expect to come on the road and compete and try to get a win, especially against the number 2 team in ACHA Southeast, one of the top 3 teams nationally ranked thus far this season. NC State with a good all-around team effort tonight, 5 different goal scorers, only 1 goal allowed by Eric Daniel on that that strange kind of chance. It kind of flipped up in the air and ended up on the stick of Zach Burkhart for Louisville. Can't be more pleased, honestly, I think, if you're Coach Tim Healy.
Yeah, a 29 save night from your goaltender, winning 5-1. You can't ask for anything more than that. We saw effort from all of the team. You mentioned the 5 different goal scorers, and you had Zach Robinson coming alive in that third period that, we've been talking about him. He's been really the fire of this team for the last couple games, and Bressingham getting that slow goal that he was wishing he had in the second period, and he got it in the third period. So like you said, overall good team effort today, and they hope to continue that into tomorrow.
When you tend to do the right things and make the right plays, and that was something Eric Todd was telling us during the first intermission, is that if you make the simple plays, you'll tend to win and get that advantage. Those things will happen to you if you're in the right spots and you're having good habits out there on the ice. Things will typically bounce your way a little bit more. NC State certainly beneficiaries of that tonight on a couple of their goals, but not to discount any of the great plays they made on offense as well. We saw, especially from Chris Solomon, what else would you expect from the Icepack co-captain, making lots of plays with the passing? He's the leading goal scorer on the team with 25, but he's also an excellent playmaker, and that was on full display tonight.
Yeah, we've seen it all season. Chris Solomon able to make those crazy passes that not a lot of people would be able to make. We saw it on the Riley Johnson goal, just an insane cross-ice pass from him, and we saw a few others that just didn't quite make it into the goal, but you're just awed by him every week. It's truly incredible.
And credit to the opponents, the visitors. Louisville, again, coming off an 8-hour bus ride down here to North Carolina from Louisville, and they're still able to put up a really solid effort. And the scoreboard may show a 4-goal win for the Icepack. Louisville's effort was incredible. Incredibly aggressive on the forecheck, good neutral zone play to deny entries by the Icepack. It's just those penalties really caught up to them in the end of the game, especially the 5-minute major to Malaya at the end of the game. That'll happen. If you're taking more penalties than the opponent, more often than not, you'll probably lose. So I'm sure that's something Coach Graham will be discussing with his team and trying to sort out that discipline tomorrow and come back with a bit of a stronger effort.
Yeah, I do commend them for the effort. It was a really close game, really good game throughout the first 2 periods. It was only separated by 2 shots ending the second period. NC State just ran away with it in the third, like we've seen time and time again here at this arena. But yeah, Walsh was incredible in goal. Ignore the 5 goals. A lot of them were really not his fault. You can't really fault him much for that. But yeah, he made incredible saves. NC State had 43 shots on goal and only 5 of them going in. So just commend him for an overall great night, and I'm sure he'll look to rebound tomorrow as well.
NC State with a 5-1 win here at the Wake Competition Center over the Louisville Cardinals. When we come back, we'll have a couple post-game interviews and final analysis. You're watching Icepack postgame here on PackTV.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library, Don Diablo.
Oh yeah, this is actually like in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? It's Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour. And guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile. At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
Back to post-game coverage of Icepack hockey here on PackTV, where NC State has just come away with a 5-1 win over the Louisville Cardinals. Joining me now, Zach Robinson, one of the goal scorers from tonight's contest. Zach, you know, you've been playing pretty well lately. You contributed a lot to this team here in your first year. What do you think has helped you, succeed so much in this first season?
I think just kind of being able to get into the groove with the guys has been very helpful to me, and these practices focus a lot on line work, and being able to work with a line has helped me adjust. I mean, the speed is a lot greater than what I'm used to, so it was hard to transition at first, but I feel like the amount of practice that we do and just my teammates helping me out has helped me get through and be able to contribute to the team.
5 different goal scorers for you guys tonight. You were one of them, obviously. When you have a night like this where, you sort of gradually build that lead and are able to impose your will over the course of the game, how does that translate into the locker room compared to maybe when one player has an incredible hat trick individual performance?
I think it just shows how deep our team is. Throughout the year, we've obviously brought a lot of guys into the lineup and out of the lineup through each game, and everybody is contributing to the team. I mean, Eric Todd came back from an extended absence, and he provided a goal on his first shift. So it just shows how deep we are as a team and how we can have scoring throughout the lineup.
What's it like being out there on that power play unit with your brother?
I mean, it's obviously cool. We always joke about how we actually get to play together now after all these years of he was 4 years older than me, so I never really got to play with him. So it's really cool to be out there with him, and obviously with Matt Miller too, because I basically grew up with him. So it's been really cool to finally be able to play with him.
One final question. How much practice do you do on those backhanders?
They just come a little naturally sometimes. I worked on them a lot as a kid, but I mean, I just take what the goalie gives me. So.
All right. Thanks, Zach.
Yep.
5-1 win for the Icepack here at Wake Competition Center. We come back, some final thoughts with Coach Tim Healy. You're watching Icepack hockey on PackTV.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library, Don Diablo.
Oh yeah, this is actually like in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour. And guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
And welcome back to PackTV. I'm Joey Bianconi, joined alongside me, head coach Tim Healy. And Coach Healy, overall, pretty good performance from your team today. Definitely a better performance than last time we were in this building. Comment on kind of what changed this game going from last game, I guess, here.
Actually, I thought we played really well last Friday night. Liberty is a top team, so just let's zero in on Louisville and tonight. I thought we just played a solid game tonight. I don't think, I don't think it was our A+ game. I thought it was a kind of a B+ game, just a solid, do what you need to kind of do to get the win effort. I do think we have another gear in us. And that's the gear we saw last Saturday night. So hopefully tomorrow night we come out with that gear. And again, everyone played well. It's just I think we have another gear in us, and I think we know that.
Yeah, 5 different goal scorers. That's a really good positive for your team. So not relying heavily on too many players. Just letting everybody do their own thing. But comment real quick on Eric Daniel saving 29 out of 30 shots.
Well, Eric Daniel, he's just been really the pitcher of consistency this year. He squares well. He's out. But I actually do want to go back to the 5 different goal scorers. I think that's a great stat for us. If we're getting well-balanced scoring like that, and you have guys tonight like Garrett Arini who really deserved a goal with the price he was paying in front of the net and stuff like that. So, yeah, if we're getting that type of balanced goal scoring, because there aren't going to be many nights that Solomon isn't on the score sheet with a goal. So the fact that line, was held off, that's not going to happen 2 nights in a row. So that bodes well when you got other guys stepping up. Zach Robinson, he's just been on a tear lately. He had 2 goals out of, I don't even know if we have can say 3rd, 4th line, kind of our top 6 forwards, our bottom 6 forwards. What do we have? 3 goals out of our bottom 6. That's impressive.
Yeah, that's really good. And, we have a game tomorrow coming up against the same team. What's the game plan kind of going into that? Is it the same? Is it different?
I'd like to see us execute a little bit more in the power play. I think we had one power play goal tonight, but, we had, I think, we had that 5-minute major. We had a chance to capitalize there. I'd like to see us break the puck out a little bit cleaner tonight. Louisville did a really good job of jamming the boards, So I'd like to see us, coming out of the zone cleaner. I think that would be a big thing, too.
All right. Thank you very much, Coach. And that'll do it for us here on PackTV. For producer Sullivan Strong, for commentator Max Gorin, I'm Joey Bianconi, bringing you into the Pack.
Go Pack.